Can dogs read our minds? The science of canine telepathy. Welcome, dear gentle scholar. You're about to enter a soothing space where knowledge whispers and the mysteries of our world gently unfold. Tonight, we venture into a subject both heartwarming and deeply curious. Can dogs read our minds? Settle in and let's begin our journey together. Have you ever felt like your dog knew exactly what you were thinking? Maybe you were feeling low and before you could speak a word, your dog curled up beside you, eyes wide with concern? Or perhaps you were about to take a walk and found your dog already waiting by the door without you saying a thing? Can dogs really read our minds? For centuries, both scientists and pet owners have wondered about this peculiar phenomenon. Whispers of telepathic link between humans and dogs echo across history, both in folklore and scientific curiosity. So, let's explore the science, my personal stories, and the mysteries behind this fascinating question. Chapter 1: The intriguing world of canine communication. Dogs are masters of nonverbal communication. They use every part of their bodies, tails, ears, eyes, posture, to express a wide range of emotions and intentions. Through simple gestures, a tilt of the head, a soft whine, a nudge of the paw, they reveal complex needs and emotions. So, should it be hard to imagine they understand and recognize our emotions, even when we may not know or notice the minute changes ourselves? They are like spies, trained by Mother Nature to read our every movement, and why not, our minds too. Scientific studies have shown that dogs can accurately recognize human emotions, reacting differently to facial expressions of happiness, anger, or sadness. One notable study found that dogs can even differentiate between positive and negative tones of voice, suggesting an emotional empathy unique in the animal kingdom. And the bond? It's extraordinary. Forged over thousands of years of domestication, this connection thrives on mutual trust. shared experiences, and deep familiarity. Some scientists argue that this emotional resonance could be a fertile ground for something more. Something we call telepathy. Chapter 2. Exploring telepathy. Myth or reality? What is telepathy? Telepathy is the ability to transmit thoughts, feelings, or information directly from one person's mind to another's. Without using any known human sensory channels, like speech, gestures, writing, or technology. In simpler terms, it's mind-to-mind communication. Have you ever missed someone so deeply, only for them to call you at the exact moment you were reaching for your phone to call them? Or you wished so much your husband buys pizza on his way back from work and he actually does, even though you never told him to? Or you sent someone to the store or local market to buy items for you, missed adding an item to the list, and the friend returns with the missed item? Yeah. Did you communicate with these people by telepathy? Or were they just coincidences? It's long been considered a fringe topic, an idea reserved for fiction or folklore, because science cannot prove it. But does the inability to prove the existence of a phenomenon prove the non-existence of the said phenomenon? Nonetheless, some researchers are revisiting this possibility through a modern scientific lens. The idea here isn't that dogs read our minds with psychic powers. While very possible, we don't know for sure. Instead, they possess an exceptional sensitivity to subtle cues. The micro-expressions on our faces, a shift in body tension, the tiniest variation in our breathing. That we do know. Dogs might be responding to bioelectric signals, the barely perceptible shifts in our biology that occur when we're anxious, excited, or about to act. So they may be tuning into a frequency we emit, at a wavelength we are yet to discover. Take, for instance, a dog that runs to the door moments before its owner comes home, every single time. Another that starts whining when its owner is thinking of a stressful event, even without a word spoken. Could it be chance? Or is there a deeper, unseen connection? Could they be responding to energy we can't measure yet? While it's well known that dogs have exceptional hearing and an extraordinary sense of smell, could there be moments when their responses go beyond what our intelligence can explain? Chapter 3: Dog Beliefs in World Cultures. In many traditions across the world, dogs are considered spiritually sensitive creatures. Their acute senses, especially their ability to stare intently at seemingly empty spaces, bark at nothing, or refuse to enter certain areas, are interpreted by some as signs that the dog is perceiving something beyond the human realm. In Nigeria, the Yorubas believe the dogs are associated with spiritual guardianship and are believed to see things invisible to humans. Among the Igbos, it's not uncommon to hear elders say, "If you see a dog barking endlessly at nothing, don't ignore it. It might be chasing away spirits." In some of these communities, there are specific rituals involving the dog as a spiritual conduit between the seen and unseen worlds. In Ghana, the Akans believe dogs are protectors, not only of the home, but also against witches or malevolent spirits. Some Akan rituals use dogs to test the spiritual safety of a place. In the Vodun tradition of Benin Republic, the dogs are sacred. They are seen as messengers between humans and the spirit world. In extreme cases, dog-centric rituals, including sacrifice or symbolic offerings, are believed to help a person gain supernatural insight. Sometimes even the ability to see spirits. Same applies to other regions of the world. In Egyptian mythology, the god Anubis guides souls to the afterlife. The Celtic and Norse traditions in Europe, much like Cerberus in Greek and Roman cultures, in some Native American tribes, dogs were believed to escort souls to the spirit world with the Navajo. Japanese culture has a nugami, literally translate to dog spirit. Chinese folk beliefs include that dogs ward off evil spirits. In fact, during Lunar New Year celebrations, images of dogs may be used to protect homes from malevolent forces. In some older tales, dogs are thought to bark when they see ghosts. A belief quite similar to many African traditions. In the Middle Eastern Islamic traditions, dogs are both respected and viewed with caution. Some hadiths mention that dogs can see things that humans cannot. Their persistent barking at seemingly nothing is sometimes attributed to perceiving jinn, invisible beings mentioned in the Quran. In general, common themes across the cultures of the world include 1. Dogs as guardians of the afterlife, or spiritual gates. 2. Dogs as protectors against evil spirits. 3. Dogs as guides for souls on their journey. 4. Dogs as seers of things hidden to human eyes. The question now is, if many cultures of the world, due to their experiences, believe the dog possesses supernatural abilities, sometimes extending into the world of the dead. Is it mind-to-mind, human-dog communication more plausible? Chapter 4. Scientific perspectives on canine cognition. Modern neuroscience is illuminating the incredible complexity of the canine brain. MRI scans have shown that dogs process language in ways strikingly similar to humans. They don't just hear commands. They interpret tone, context, and even associate certain words with emotional weight. In fact, a 2020 study found that dogs can learn and remember hundreds of human words and names. This suggests a vocabulary far larger than we ever assumed. Dogs also exhibit self-awareness, problem-solving, and even empathy. They mourn their dead. They understand routine. And, in many cases, they appear to anticipate human behavior. As this body of research grows, the line between instinct and cognition blurs. Could their brains be wired not just to understand us, but to tune into us? Chapter 5. The Unbreakable Bond. A deeper connection between my dog and I. Let me tell you about my dog, Leo. There was a day One of those heavy days when everything just felt off. I came home, happy to be home but dejected nonetheless. But Leo, she walked over slowly, sat beside me, and placed her head gently on my lap. Her eyes met mine, and I felt seen, felt understood, without a single word spoken. Another time, I was anxious about a job promotion. I was rehearsing silently, pacing. Leo walked up to me, blocked my path, and looked up. Just stared. It was as if she was saying, "You'll do fine. Calm down." Again, no command, no gesture from me. Were these coincidences? Or was Leo somehow in sync with my mind? I'd love to hear your surreal personal dog stories too. Have you ever experienced something like this with your furry pal? Something unexplainable, yet deeply real? Share it with us. Your fellow gentle scholars would love to know. By the way, Leo is short for Leonarda. You may want to know. Final chapter. Unveiling the mysteries. What lies ahead? As science continues to unravel the workings of the canine mind, we move closer to understanding just how remarkable our dogs truly are. Research is now exploring how dogs perceive the world. Not just what they see or smell, but how they think. Could it be that telepathy is not about mind reading, but about a shared language at a wavelength yet discovered that exists beyond words? One built on trust, empathy, and time? Perhaps, in learning more about our dogs, we also learn more about ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, we'll discover that what we once called telepathy is simply the language of love, spoken without sounds. Because the deepest conversations don't need words, but feelings. Thank you for joining us tonight on The Gentle Scholar. As you drift off into sleep, let your thoughts settle on the quiet moments you've shared with your loyal companion. Moments where words weren't needed, yet everything was understood. Good night.